It starts off showing the Warner Brothers and Legendary logos flagged in flames with smoke coming out the top. It then cuts to Godzilla and Ghidorah fighting underwater. Godzilla rips off Ghidorah's left head before submerging underneath the waves as the oxygen destroyer lands in the water and explodes. Then we see a microscopic crab grow a third pincher on his hand, a giant blade-like horn, and a pincher on his tail. And we then see Mark Russell heading to a Monarch outpost in Cuba. And then we see the Osprey land and a bunch of Monarch members come out of the Osprey to greet him. They take him inside to where they show him a new Titan they've discovered. They call it Titanus Gamera. What the heck is this Gamera? Mark said with a puzzled look on his face. A giant turtle that was an ancient guardian of Earth one time, said Diane Foster. And how is a turtle going to help us? Asked Mark. It was one of the ancient guardians, alongside Godzilla and Kong and Mothra. Oh, and what is a giant turtle going to do for us? Unless there's 3 more of them, how is it going to help us out any? I think he will take the side of Godzilla and Mothra to defeat new ancient threats that lie beneath the soil of the Earth. Oh, really? Replied Mark. Yes, replied Eileen Chen. We are also beginning to construct a new monster, Mechagodzilla Model 2. What? Actually, he has been in production for over 7 years now, replied Rick Stanton. Mark Russell had a confused look on his face as he asked, how many of these things are you building? There was one that the eco-terrorists stole and used against us. So, what are you gonna do? Well, replied Rick, this new mechanical thing is 10 times more powerful than the prototype that the eco-terrorists stole. We kept this version of Mechagodzilla a secret because we knew the eco-terrorists were gonna head after a Mechagodzilla at one point. So, we kept it a secret, said Eileen Chen. Mark Russell stared at the Monarch screen as they showed the new Mechagodzilla. This Mechagodzilla is more powerful, Mark said. It looks almost identical to the last one. Just because it looks identical doesn't mean it has more powers, replied Eileen. We have something to show you guys, said Sam Coleman walking into the room. One of our monsters is escaping. We gotta go there. And what monster would that be? Mark replied. Titanus Rodan, said Sam. He said, Rodan? Said Mark. This is gonna be a piece of cake. Don't you remember that thing? Replied Eileen Chen. That thing swiped all of Isla Demara down to the ground. Replied Eileen. But still, it's way smaller than the other monsters, so it's most likely going to be easy to contain. Once it breaks free, it's not going to be easy to control, but it's going to be easy to contain, Mark replied. You're right about that, replied Rick. Well, we gotta go now. It's breaking out, and we gotta go, replied Sam. They got in an Osprey and headed towards Fiji, to which they had successfully sealed Rodan's volcano with some cables. Phew, that was a relief. Sam replied, rubbing his forehead. Come on, we gotta go back to Castle Bravo. These people need to tell me more about this Gamera thing. Right, replied Rick. They got back in the Osprey to head to Castle Bravo again. They got there, and they started explaining more about Gamera, and this monster protected ancient humanity at one time by setting all of the monsters ablaze and putting them into sleep. While Godzilla did Ghidorah and knocked him out unconscious under the ice, with a little bit of assistance with Mothra. Oh, and what did Kong do? Said Mark. Kong kinda just stood there and did nothing, replied Eileen. Oh, and just so you know, those were Kong's ancestors, not Kong. Kong is way younger than you think, said Eileen. But Kong is huge, said Mark. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's not huge. But that doesn't mean that he's not young. He's actually pretty young. At a Titan's age, Titan's average age is about 1 million years. Heck, maybe it's even past that. Maybe even to the Earth's creation. But Kong is only 1,000 years old. So, when you think of it that way, Kong is pretty young, said Rick. But still, these monsters are huge. How could they all be young? Plus, shouldn't Kong only be up to Godzilla's waist if he's that young? Said Mark. No. Due to the radiation on Skull Island, Kong grew to massive size, said Eileen. Oh, said Mark. Well, more about this Gamera? Yes. Gamera was an ancient guardian, a massive turtle that could breathe fire, said Eileen. You know what? It's not the strangest thing I've seen from a monster, said Sam. And it also assisted Godzilla in his fight with Ghidorah, though Ghidorah knocked him unconscious, and so Godzilla and Mothra were the only monsters left to defeat him, said Eileen. So, what happened to him now? Where is Gamera's outpost? Asked Mark. Gamera's outpost is at Outpost 65 in Cuba, said Eileen. Wait, hold up. So, the last time he was ever seen was in Cuba and he went to sleep there? Asked Mark. Yes, like all the other Titans. If he was an ancient guardian, shouldn't he be wandering around like Godzilla is in Kong? Asked Mark. Well, that's the thing. Guys, we got another monster breaking loose at Outpost 65, said Rick. We gotta head there. Okay, let's get in. Come on. Alright. They got in the Osprey and headed over to Cuba at Outpost 65. To be continued.